crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadroot.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee. All right, lots of news, lots of information. I have posted the latest Jenny Moonstone discussion for all private road members. Go to roadroot.com, click on the membership area. If you're not a member yet, subscribe today. This week's session was Silver Shell Games, Theta's Bix plan or Big Plan, and then HODL Chain's potential future. Amazing stuff. Jenny ended up with a little X-rated card and was cracking up about it. She has a new deck through her tarot readings. Go check it out. You would not want to miss that. Also, big news. Litecoin Lisa got kicked off of YouTube. Are you freaking kidding me? Who would kick Litecoin Lisa off out of anything? It's just freaking ridiculous. YouTube, come on. Gain a conscience. Gain a soul. Anyway, Litecoin Lisa has a new channel. Please, please, please go to YouTube. Do a search for Litecoin Lisa. There's her picture right there. And then subscribe to her channel. Also, that probably won't be monetized for decades. So go to her Patreon channel. Especially all you people who have done well in cryptos and are about to do really well in silver. She needs our support now. Now's the time. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Right? So she has 112 Patreons. Let's get that up to 1,000 Patreons. Let's do it. I think it's $5 or whatever amount you want to donate a month. Especially all you people who have benefited from, especially Theta. There's something called the Wheel of Abundance that I learned from Christoph. And that is, if you give away a lot, you will gain a lot. And it works. That's why Christoph said, why don't you just give your music away for free and see what happens? And it just blossomed into other things, came through because of gifting the world. You're giving a gift to the world and the world will gift you back. So definitely, Lisa, at least for, if you're thinking, well, I don't have the money, at least for the time being, to get her back up on her feet. And she is working on different ways to publish her stuff. So definitely, if you can spare it, go to Patreon. And Litecoin Lisa needs our help, and absolutely we will help her. By the way, she will be joining us. It looks like, not everything's set in stone, but we're looking at May 7th in Phoenix, Arizona, a Road to Ruta show. Litecoin Lisa said she's gonna get there, which is awesome. We'll get Crypto Nana out there, hopefully, which is awesome, and Charlie and her whole gang. Mitch and Clint, and it'd be kind of like Vegas, our Vegas party. Jenny Moonstone has also said she's going to probably be there as well, which would be really cool. You can meet and greet Jenny Moonstone and Lisa and others. There's others I'm still waiting on. But yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a blowout in Phoenix, Arizona, all the way to Tacoma, Philadelphia, Atlanta, LA. Also, our friend, our compatriot, our best buddy, Michelle White Dove, has a new report out. 600 coins. She didn't do all of the 600 this time, but the compilation of work from Michelle and Team White Dove is unbelievable. And you can get it by joining her Patreon. I think it's the 1997 version, Crypto Insights. Definitely worth it's worth its weight in gold, truthfully. Especially if you're looking around and say, I want to pick a new crypto that I don't know about, and she has psychic readings on 600 of these tokens. Not all of them are going to be correct, mind you, but she's damn good, let me tell you. So definitely you want to join the Patreon of Michelle White Dove and get that report. And she also does other things. She has a special silver report all the time. At my urging, I'm like, come on. She's always been a big supporter of silver, as well as anybody who's into freedom, into liberty, into knocking off the bad guys. All those people are into silver. Bravo. I'm going to talk a little bit about silver in a second, but the other drama, we had Theta token wallet got snafuied. People were waking up with, oh my God, I have 0 tokens in my wallet. Take a breath. You don't have 0 tokens in your wallet. Remember, wallets just show you what's on the blockchain. If you're worried about your token, now mind you, they are having an issue with the wallet. They're working on it. Mitch came out on Twitter and said, it looks like it's not fully resolved yet. We're working on it. But the main thing was this Wallet Explorer display issue caused by an overloaded API has now been resolved. He later came out and said, wait, it's not quite done yet. Actually, I picked up my wallet today. I'm like, oh, there it is. All my coins were on there, but sometimes it takes a little while to download. It's not affecting the blockchain. Keep that in mind. He said, we'll continue to review system redundancies and introduce to prevent these situations from happening in the future, blah, blah, blah. So they're still working on it. They're going to perfect it. Don't you worry. This has happened a few times with wallets, not just Theta, all wallets. But it is a great time to learn how to use the Explorer. If you go to thetatoken.org and you go, there's the wallet up top, and then there's the Explorer right next to it, which will, if you enter your receive key or your public key for your Theta wallet, it'll show you how many Theta are in that wallet. Just click on it. It'll go to the Theta Explorer. Right up here in the search function, put your wallet address, your public address, aka your receive address, and it'll list how many tokens you have in that wallet. Just so that you're sure you're not at zeroed out. It's just a wallet display issue and not a blockchain issue. Okay? Okay, good. And of course, the token is doing well because it's not a big deal. $12.17 and still chugging along. Looks like some kind of consolidation deal going on right here as it's bounced. It's forming a wedge, as you technical traders love to say. Look, it's forming a wedge. That's a good little wedge. So we'll get right into here, and then I think we're going to see a pretty big bump even before June 31st when the Mainnet 3.0 is now scheduled, the last day of the third quarter. There's also a lot of things going on at Theta. Obviously, the world knows about it. The bad guys aren't in there. They want to be in. Will they be able to crash it and get in? The problem is, I don't know anybody who wants to sell their Theta. I mean, the only people who want to sell their Theta are thinking they can buy it lower after a crash, but it takes somebody selling it to crash it. So, up to you. I mean, traders that know Theta's value don't get much sleep because they're out of the trade and they don't get much sleep. They would much rather be in the trade. They would much, much rather be in there. But they aren't, so they're not getting much sleep, and it sucks. It sucks to be out of something that you know is so good in the long run. It is going into the thousands of dollars per coin. That's my take, and I'm sticking to it. Again, do a search on the Explorer to make sure your tokens are there if you are worried. Okay, so Theta's cool, Theta's fine, don't worry about it. Here's something to worry about, the Perth Mint. The more digging I do, I gave up digging in the 10 years ago or something like that when I was fighting the Perth Mint. It all comes down to the notion of what are the tools that the banking cabal use to rig the markets. They use futures, they use options on the COMEX. The banks team up with ETFs and refineries to help rig the market and the price of silver. This guy, Richard Hayes, the CEO of the Perth Mint, is not a friend of silver. He's not a friend of the precious metal industry. He is a friend of the bankers. He is an ex-banker. If I told you this guy, Richard Hayes, was once a Rothschild banker, what would you say? You'd say, no way, couldn't be. No way they get their tentacles that deep. Absolutely, here he is. Richard was appointed Chief Executive Officer of Goldcorp. Goldcorp is the treasury arm of the Perth Mint. On 1 July 2015, he had been Chief Financial Officer and Deputy CEO after joining the corporation in March 2003. Richard was previously Chief Operating Officer and Executive Director of AGR Joint Venture and AGR Matthey. Formerly, here it goes. Formerly, he was Chief Financial Officer and Company Secretary of Golden West Refining Corporation an ASX-listed company controlled by none other than M.M. Rothschild and Sons Ltd. There you go, Richard Hayes, Mr. Rothschild. Why don't they just hire mining experts to run the Perth Mint, or minting experts to run the Perth Mint? Why do they have to hire ex-Rothschild? I don't even think he's ex. I'll guarantee he's not ex. Rothschild members, the deep tentacles of the Rothschilds. And do you want to know who set up all the rigging programs for the Perth Mint? Here he is, Director Liam Twigger. Director Liam Twigger, appointed in January 2016. That is right when they restarted the pool lending program, unallocated, allocated accounts out of the Perth Mint. That's how they established a physical side to the naked short position, which really is naked. Appointed in January 2016, Liam has more than 30 years' experience in investment banking and corporate finance, including his roles as managing director and founding principal of PCF Capital Group. He has also held positions including senior vice president at Bankers Trust Australia and head of Macquarie Bank in Western Australia. I've been saying it. The Perth Mint's operating arm on the COMEX is Macquarie. Macquarie, the gigantic Australian bank. And here's the connection. Liam Twigger, basically a derivative structured guy, is the second director behind Sam Walsh. Liam, check out what Liam does. Liam established the gold risk management business at FinCorp and held senior treasury positions at the Bell Group and Bond International Gold. He is also the chairman and managing director of MinesOnline.com and a non-executive director of Soul Gold PLC. So Liam Twigger is the guy who linked up Macquarie's derivative book on silver. Now, why is that a big deal? Let's just jump on over to who is making all the deliveries of silver in this non-delivery month. Right here, the largest deliverer is Macquarie. Don't tell me the Perth Mint isn't supplying silver to the COMEX, because it's right here. Last month and this month. Last month was 3 million ounces. This month is 3.2 million ounces. So that's 6.2 million ounces that Macquarie had to come up with and deliver, meaning they were short 6.2 million ounces, and at the end of the day, they had to deliver on that short. And all the rumors of where's this silver coming from that's getting delivered, people were saying it's coming out of the Perth Mint because they saw the shipping details on it. Well, there it is. There's your proof. Macquarie is the secret rigging operation through the Perth Mint. And this guy, Liam Twigger, is the one that arranged it. On the board of directors of the Perth Mint, Gold Corp, which is the Perth Mint. It's their derivatives arm in silver and gold, and directly linked to Macquarie. He was the head of Macquarie Bank in Western Australia. There's your linkage, but it's not just that. It's the Perth Mint and Scotia. Oh, wait. The Royal Bank of Canada, along with Kitco. All these Kitco customers are emailing me now saying that they had pooled accounts at Kitco, and Kitco is refusing to let them roll it over into physical. I'm not saying it. I'm hearing from Roto-Rooter members. They have proof that if you call Kitco and say, I want to take delivery of my metal that I have in a pooled account, they say, no, you can't. Or it's a long lead time. So the rumors of Kitco and the Perth and the Royal Bank of Canada are in league with Scotiabank, that bank that was supposed to be gone. What the hell? Scotiabank is still here. Can you believe that? Let's look and find it. Where's Scotiabank? Scotiabank, what have they done? Look at that. Almost 3 million ounces they had to deliver as well. Basically, this is metal, 1,000-ounce bars coming out of the refineries. The Royal Canadian Mint and Kitco have a pool relationship. I've been screaming about this for decades. Pools are a joke, especially when the mints are out of metal to make coins out of. Those are naked shorts. The U.S. Mint does the same thing, believe it or not, through either JP Morgan or HSBC or both. Same with the Chinese Mint. And I think that's JP Morgan. So who are the big deliverers? It's the Mint banking arms. Macquarie for the Perth Mint, Scotiabank / Kitco for the Royal Bank of Canada Mint. What is it? The Royal Canadian Mint, I think it's called. And then JP Morgan, the U.S. Mint, not quite as much, the U.S. Mint and HSBC. I mean, yeah, JP Morgan, HSBC for the U.S. Mint. Now, do I have proof that they didn't close out their short positions? Because that's what you should do. If you're hedging your metal that's in inventory, first of all, they're double dipping. One, they're selling it to customers and pooled accounts. And number two, they're hedging it also, which is double dipping. The CFTC can't figure this out. They're just too damn stupid. But in reality, it's double dipping. And not only that, when the mints run out of metal, they don't close the hedges out like they should. If there's no metal in their inventories, then there should be no hedges to that metal. They leave the shorts on, but they ran out of metal. So those are more naked shorts. So it is clear from looking at this that the people who are delivering are the mints. The mints are delivering the 1,000-ounce bars. Go back to Macquarie. How much do they have left? Last month it was 3 million ounces. This month it's 3.2. That's 6.2 million ounces in the last 2 months that Macquarie / the Perth Mint has delivered. And let's take a look at how many bars the Perth Mint has in their allocated pooled accounts, which it had to be allocated so that the Macquarie faction can count it as a house asset that they can hedge. Okay, so you go back to the hedges. Macquarie should be from their house account. Macquarie customer account, nothing. Look at the house account. This is how the game is played. All the refineries around the world use these hedging structures to hedge all their inventory, and that's the justification for these naked shorts at Macquarie, at JP Morgan, at Scotiabank. It's all a con. Because when the refineries run out of metal, these are all naked shorts, meaning the COMEX right now is completely naked short. I hope that makes sense. But look at the amount that Perth Mint had in inventory, 6.7 million ounces. And I just showed you right here that Macquarie, a.k.a. the Perth Mint, right there, that's 6.2 million ounces. So theoretically, they're running out. They're almost out. Now, we don't know how many of these bars are for other customers. We don't even know if these bars are real. As a matter of fact, they haven't updated this since since October of 2020. Why not? Why hasn't the Perth updated its bar count? More conspiracies for you to chew on for a while. All this goes back to the rigging operation on the COMEX run by guys like this. Guys like Liam Twigger, a derivative specialist on the board of directors of Perth Mint, used to be with Macquarie Bank. And your lovely Richard Hayes, the CEO, ex-Rothschild banker. I hope this is so obvious to everybody. What do? You buy physical. You buy physical and you put it in your own possession. Buy physical, put it in your own possession. By the way, again, check out the Jenny Moonstone Silver Shell Games. She didn't know anything about what was going on in the Perth Mint when we did our reading yesterday. And then listen to what she says about the Silver Shell Games. It's going to blow your mind. Anyway, hit subscribe today. Go to roadtoruta.com. If you don't have a public road, if you don't get my emails every day, go to the Road to Ruta on the left side. Put your name and email address. I'll send you free emails. If you want to subscribe, get all the Jenny Moonstone readings, and there's dozens of them now. Hit subscribe today, and it's $2.99 for a year. This is Bix Weir, roadtoruta.com. I'm on the trail, and I'm not giving up. I'll talk to you guys later.